Today we are going to build a house that pops out of the floor and then takes you down to a secret base. You can build this thing in vanilla Minecraft without using any command blocks. It is an improved version of a similar design I made earlier, but a viewer asked if it was possible to make the house look more like an actual house, which is the goal of this video. This is a little more advanced, but still easy to build if you have little redstone knowledge. A quick tip I'd like to give before we get into the tutorial is to always back up your world before testing a part of the build. This is because flying machines can destroy themselves pretty easily, which is annoying to rebuild. Alright, let's get into the tutorial. I wanted to put this video out as fast as possible, so I'm going to assume you followed my previous video block for block, so we can start from there. I destroyed a sticky house, so we have a clean slate for our new house. I then place observers and sticky pistons for our next part of the flying machine. We need fresh pistons because a piston can only push 12 blocks and we want them to push both sticky blocks and fancy blocks around them, which is too much for our current pistons. Next we need to make a change to the moving floor. In the previous video I went for symmetry, but here I am planning of letting the left and right side actually touch each other. So I replaced the slime blocks with honey blocks and honey blocks with slime blocks on one side. For visual consistency, I also switched the bottom ones, but this isn't really necessary. Now let's build a skeleton for the house. This is the actual functional part where we'll build a house around for decoration. Let's build a house. It doesn't really matter how you do this as long as you keep in mind that each piston can only push 12 blocks. I'd say that stairs and trapdoors are your best friends when it comes to hiding sticky blocks, but just do as you see fit. Remember that you can't use containers like chests or furnaces because they aren't sticky, but there is no problem when using things like crafting tables, composters and cauldrons. We can't send the house back up because the bottom pistons feel like they have to carry the entire burden. That's why we'll need to give the upper ones an initial push so that the machines are separated. You can do this however you want as long as all the observers get activated at once. Here I build a temporary measure that needs to be activated manually so we can proceed. When we send the house back up, we encounter a very similar problem. The house ends up one block too high, so we'll need to give the upper pistons a little kick once again. I built exactly the same temporary system to do this manually for now. Now let's make sure the extra kicks get activated automatically. For the first one we built, we want them to activate 7 ticks before the bottom pistons get activated. So we use the activating signal of the bottom piston for that push. To make sure we activate the bottom pistons at the right time, we place 2 full repeaters to each side. The other fixing push needs to happen when the house arrives at the top, which we achieve by placing a delay from our initiation that corresponds to the time it takes to get up. You can do this by actually timing it and converting that time to redstone ticks, or you can just start with a very large delay and make it smaller whenever it's possible. That's it, we're done! Now you just need to hide the redstone and integrate it into your surroundings as you see fit. If you have any questions, be sure to leave them in the comments and I'll do my best to help you out.